My name is Hera, and I'm the curriculum manager for Impact Academy, a program of Greening Forward. And I'm a student at UC Berkeley, where a few years ago, I met Marissa Vessels, the Impact Academy founder. Over the summer, Impact Academy and Greening Forward merged and became one organization. With Greening Forward's help, Impact Academy has showcased our first ever regional youth summit at University of California, Berkeley, and we hosted over 120 aspiring young leaders who wanted to equip themselves with the skills to change the world. And our 5-year history at Impact Academy has allowed us to develop numerous youth development and youth leadership programs that have reached hundreds of youth across California. That's us at our youth summit. And those are the youth. A lot of them didn't get into the photo, but they're so cute. So as curriculum manager for Impact Academy, I not only oversee Impact in Berkeley, but I also work with our youth council and grant programs. This year alone, Greening Forward has given out $30,000 in financial assistance to youth imagined environmental causes of our 50 partners. Our partners come from all over the world and find our curriculum, grant, skill building, and mentorship resources helpful in their youth-driven campaigns to affect environmental change at the local and global level. In fact, you can check out some of these curriculum resources here today. Currently, we serve more than 1,500 young people directly and have impacted 10,000 other community members. But of course, we don't plan to stop there. As you can see from our Greening Forward graphic, we work to establish, engage, and empower a diverse global environmental movement powered by young people. And the schools, government agencies, community organizations, and businesses all play a monumental role in shaping and supporting this movement. With your help and dedication, we envision a world where communities unite to support young people as environmental leaders and change makers that they are. So we have several programs that help our partner organizations to support young people, from the Earth Savers Club to our Global Youth Service Days. We have many outlets and opportunities for communities to come together and build partnerships with our curriculum at the foundation. So we have several programs that help our, we offer a plethora of exciting and action-based curriculum resources and opportunities such as our youth council. Our partners can take advantage of and use to support young people in their quest for environmental change. So all of this brings us to where we are today, the International Young Environmentalist Youth Summit. We have long wanted to bring youth together in a summit like this and like to add to our program, this program to our Greening Forward toolkit. We at Greening Forward are so thankful that you're here and able to share the realization of this vision with us. IYEYS is for the youth who are wondering, are there other young change makers out there like me? Does what I do in school and the community really matter? How can I create a meaningful change? What does it really mean to be an environmentalist? What makes a young, youth-driven movement special? And how do I navigate solving these complex issues? All of you have begun asking yourselves these questions. If you haven't already, you'll find the answer this weekend. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the following groups for their continued commitment to Greening Forward's mission and values. First, the Grand Valley State University students drove over 14 hours from Allendale, Michigan to be here with us this entire weekend. They've created this video to introduce themselves and welcome you to the summit. They're giving up their spring break to join us in helping serving the Atlanta community and present our youth summit. can we have the team please stand? And everyone give them a round of applause. Amazing. So second, we recently held a competition among our Earth Savers Club partners. Grayson High School came in first place and they created this video as a part of their communications challenge. Let's give these young people a round of applause, please. They'll be using these funds from Greening Forward to build an outdoor classroom.
Hey Ram Nation, I'm Mom, and I'm Julie, and we're the presidents of Rights and Environmental Club. This semester we're making a big effort to be environmentally friendly. So we made a video on easy ways to go green. And our friend Rambo, the environment defender, is here to lay down the law.
Also, we will have a very special welcome from Philippe Cousteau of Earth Echo International. Let's tune in. Oh. Where'd it go? The last one? I'm going.
Hi, I'm Philippe Cousteau, and Earth Echo International and I are proud to welcome you to the first International Young Environmentalist Youth Summit. Through my work and travels, I have the opportunity to meet thousands of young people every year who are taking action to protect and restore what my grandfather called our water planet. And it's that kind of hope and determination that I see in their eyes that gives me hope that indeed we can build a sustainable future. My grandfather had a simple dream. That every single child born has the right to walk on green grass and breathe fresh air under a blue sky, and that they have access to clean water, fundamental rights that we should all enjoy. And the first step to making that dream come true is you, because you are the heroes of today and the hope of tomorrow. Thank you, and enjoy the conference.
Next, our Youth Council. The Youth Council works tirelessly to bring Greening Forward's mission to their communities and serve as advocates of our cause on a local level. You will get to hear more from them later on in the summit. Can we just have the Youth Council members who attended today stand, please? Some of our board of directors who help guide the vision and oversight to our organization. We have the board members stand, please. And of course, many of our staff who run the day-to-day demands of a fast-growing organization. We have the staff members stand. And there's also like to recognize the furthest people to get here. Let's have all these folks stand. If you travel more than 5 hours to get here, please stand. Let's hear a few of where you guys came from. Just shout it out.
DC. South
Dang.
Carolina.
Okay. Next, I'd like our presenters and exhibitors to stand. Thank you all for making our summit a success. We definitely encourage everyone to reach out to them with questions. Well, the adult professional. We have adult professionals in this room. I guess exhibitors are mostly already standing. Thank you all for being here. I'd also like to recognize the newest environmental professional network in Atlanta, the Environmental Professionals of Color. They will be having a closed meeting downstairs in the basement during lunch. If you'd like to get to know more about them, just track them down before or after lunch. Given that people of color are strongly underrepresented in the environmental community, diversity and inclusion is a challenge we see in the environmental movement, but IYEYS is knocking down those barriers. Furthermore, I'd like to thank our champion sponsors, State Farm Youth Advisory Board. Whole Foods also donated some of our organic and local produce that you'll see throughout the Youth Summit. Without their generous donations and support, this Youth Summit would not have been possible. Also, you can find Charles if you'd like to make a donation with a check or credit card here on the spot. Charles is right here. Anything helps. The minimum contribution via credit and debit card is $1. Your contributions can help us through IYEYS next year. Finally, I'd like to ask you all to commit to live tweeting about your experiences in the summit using hashtag IYEYS. Okay, all capitalized. And using this hashtag will allow other summit attendees to interact with you and will allow us to get live feedback about how the summit is going. So you can just be like, wow, this workshop is so awesome. I really like these presenters, or something like that. Also remember that we can continue to connect online via the Young Environmentalists Network on Facebook. So for some final housekeeping reminders, the schedule is placed at everyone's table and you can look at it, but please leave them there. Just be environmentally friendly. And in the back of the schedule, I think there's a QR code that you can use for your smartphone, or I think you scan it or something, and then it'll come up on your phone. So you can use that electronically, so we're wasting less paper. And also, let's all pitch in to keep these facilities clean and beautiful by pulling in all the chairs, helping to address any spills, and remember to take all your belongings with you. Remember that you should all sign up for text reminders and announcements from Greening Forward. There are over 100 people involved in this entire weekend, and we want to make sure that if something goes on, we can notify everyone promptly, and this is one way that we can get covered. Please text @YouthSum, so it's, please text @YouthSum to that number, and standard text messages apply. Rates apply. So also you can ask the people if you have any questions, you can ask Nate and Garrett from Grand Valley State University. Can you guys stand, please? Garrett? Okay. Okay. And then you can also ask me, and then Alex and Charles. Can you guys stand also? Okay, he's back there. So if you need anything, just ask on our best. And also a quick announcement, if anyone has found a lost wallet, it belongs to Josh Correa. Can you stand, please? It's brown, and he will need it to go home because he has his ID in there. So keep an eye out for it, please. So now let's please welcome, with a warm round of applause, Hasib Mohammed up to the stage.
So, who's excited to be here today? I think you guys can do better than that. Who's excited to be here today? Just a short little disclaimer before I begin. Number one, I'm still recovering from a cold, so I usually don't talk like this. Number two, I'm not funny, but please laugh. It helps my self-esteem. So to begin, so they say, whoever they are, that you can't choose family. You don't just wake up one day and say, I'm gonna kick it with the Kardashians for the rest of my life. You don't choose to be born into a rich family or a poor family. You don't choose to be born Asian, African, albino, or a squirrel. It just happens. And whose fault is that? Blame it on the stork. You see, in my case, the stork dropped me off to my parents' house, which is a very down-to-earth family on a cold December morning 16 years ago.